Hey, good morning, everybody. Ooh, I'm glowing in this camera today. Wow, I'm shiny. Anyway, good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Sasha. Thank you so much for tuning in one more time. If you have never seen one of my videos, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. But if you've never seen my videos before, I am a CNA. I'm a substitute teacher, and I am an author. Not aspiring. I am an author. I have written a book, The Husband Tour. It is available on Amazon. It's my first one. I have been in limbo with another one for like a year. And I'm going to get it done. But I have written a book before, and I was also in an anthology, Real Divas Win. The main author was Tiffany A. Green, but it was a compilation of stories of different women that had stories of faith, sacrifice, and victory. And I shared one of my stories in that book as well. So I have been published twice. I am an author. So if you're ever on Amazon, look up Real Divas Win, Volume 1, or The Husband Tour, and you will get to see some of my work. But anyway, CNA work is what I do all the time. So thank you for joining. If you're coming in from my How to Make Money as a CNA video, thank you so much. Make sure you give that video some thumbs up and give this one some thumbs up, and please subscribe. So I just wanted to get on here today. I don't know if you guys can tell, I am in scrubs today. Y'all, I wanted to make a video, kind of like a rant somewhat. I'm a little cool about it. If I would have told you about it when it happened, I would have been a little bit more hot, but because I've had some time to cool off, I'm going to give you this video, okay? And I feel like it's something that you need to know as aides, because you're going to be working a lot of the times with more of these kinds of nurses than you are other kinds of nurses. So I'm just going to say this, and if you take it wrong, you just do. LPNs, y'all need somebody to knock that chip off y'all shoulder. I am so sorry. I have worked with RNs. I have worked with LPNs. LPNs have been the nurses who have given me the most smoke everywhere I work. Today is an issue where an LPN gave me some smoke. And I really don't, I don't care. I don't care. I go to a place right now. I'm kind of in between jobs right now. And well, I'm never in between jobs because I've got so many irons in the fire, you know, but, I'm making moves. I'm making moves. So I worked for agency this week, and the LPN, which most of the time they're unit managers. I worked at this facility before, and y'all don't laugh, but I quit because of this lady. But I felt like working for agency, making a few more dollars, you know, I could bite down and deal with her. So she's over the schedule, and I worked for the same facility yesterday, and everything was good. I love the little residents. I went and sat in their rooms and talked to them. I had an easy group. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll pull my sleeves up and I'll put some elbow grease in it. I will work. Don't get me wrong, whether I'm working agency or a regular facility, I'm going to work. I'm getting paid. I'm going to work. And plus, those people live there and they need people to take care of them. So I'm going to work. But I had an easy day yesterday. But today I come in, and it's like this LPN that I quit the facility because of her nasty attitude. We never had no run-ins or nothing, but I just got tired. I just got tired of dealing with her. My attitude was completely different then than it is now. I wasn't as prayed up then as I am now. But it seems like when you work agency, in addition to the fact that I used to work there, it's like people, LPNs, unit managers, they want to abuse the agency CNAs. And here's my thing. If I was an LPN and I was a unit manager, and I had an agency CNA coming in, here's what I would be thinking. I wouldn't be thinking about the fact that they might be making the same amount of money as me, which oftentimes that is the case. Hence my first video. I wouldn't even be thinking about that. I'd be thinking, these residents need to be cared for. Do I know if the agency CNA is going to do their job? No, I don't. But I know that if we had reliable staff that liked what they do, we wouldn't need agency. So I'm going to try to my best within my parameters, I'm going to try my best to accommodate that agency CNA. That's what I be thinking. Not saying you got to give the agency CNA the easy stuff, but the other aides I was working with today, honey, they was walking around shaking Skittles and popping them in their mouth because they knew I had the hardest stuff to do. They wasn't getting ready to help me, not without no mouth behind it. You know, in situations like that, when you know you're scheduling those kind of aides, yeah, you need to try to respect your agency aides. That's all I'm saying, and that's what I would be thinking. So that was the situation I was hit with today. Another LPN with a chip on their shoulder. I just don't understand. Then at my other facility, I had a LPN, and what made it real bad about this LPN is that she was young. She was like 25, and I'm 32. You know, little bleach blonde, little Caucasian female, 25 years old. You know, I'm in a little country hick town. I'm across the bridge from a big city, but I'm in a little country hick town on the outskirts. And, you know, she's one of them, you know, entitled. I'm gonna make sure I move this thing around so it don't go off on me. Hold on. Need to do that sometimes. But, I was okay with this LPN because when I got there, she was a CNA. She was one of them that decided to come on and be a CNA, I guess, to give her experience or one up. And from what I hear, she wasn't that good as a CNA. So I guess it's good she went to being a nurse. I don't know. Anyway, so when I got there, she was coming off of that part of her journey, and she had just went and taken the NCLEX and she had passed. Okay, so after she got on the floor, it was a whole nother ball game. You know, and I don't have a problem with a nurse delegating me a task. I'm a nurse aide, and I've had to go to certain nurses because you got certain nurses that want to throw their weight around, and then you got certain nurses that feel like if I say too much to this aide, she may quit or she may leave. Then I'm going to have to do this stuff. I'm not one of those aides that ever wants a nurse to feel intimidated by the fact that I could walk out and leave them and they're going to have to do a job. I don't want you to, I don't want you to feel like that. I just want you to know that I'm your aide. You're my nurse. We're supposed to be working together. If you aid someone, you're helping them. That's teamwork. Okay. So I just want you to acknowledge the fact that we're, you know, ultimately working as a team. And we had that little understanding to begin with. Well, she started kind of, you know, throwing her weight around. I don't know who got in her ear. I don't know. And one of my coworkers that I'm good friends with said she saw your cool, calm demeanor and she decided she wasn't going to say anything to you. Or no, she decided that she was going to, you know, try to, you know, kick up some dirt. So every night I would go and I would sit in my car, Apollonia. I would go and sit in my car. After all my work was done, it'd be about, I usually get done around the same time, by 6:15. And, you know, I just kind of go sit around because, I mean, chances are most of the time the aides will be about 10 minutes late. I'd be 6:45 getting out of there anyway. And I got to the point I even quit complaining about that. But I'm not going to be in here, you know, sitting around dealing with the residents that know a shift change and they want to try to make you get everything done. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Because when you get residents like that want to sit around and hit that light at shift change, those are ones that really don't need your help. They want a maid. They don't want to aid. They want a maid. So I will go, you know, kind of duck off. So I done that. Y'all tell me why I get a call from a 502 area code and I answer the phone. Because I didn't know who I didn't know who it was. I mean, it could have been somebody from church. It could have been a friend. Could have been anybody. So I go ahead and I answer the phone. And she's like, Sasha? I said, yes. She said, I'm just calling you because I haven't seen you on the floor and you already taken your lunch. So I just wanted to know where you are. Now, this is the same nurse that I've come in with on second shift and worked hours with. And I've seen the evening aides, who are all black women, sit behind the nurse's station with all their lights going off on the hall, and she won't dare come off her cart to say anything to them. And they got lights going off. But she wants to call my personal phone and ask me where I am. So lo and behold, y'all, I get upstairs and there is nothing going on. It ain't no full colds. Nobody's dying. No lights are going off. No one's in the floor. No one's combative. The hall is still. The hall is indicative of someone who has cared for the people the way they're supposed to be cared for. It is quiet. Everyone's sleeping peacefully. We just waiting on shift change. I done my job. So I had dealt with it in my head, and I was like, you know what? I said, today is the day. Because she had been doing stuff to me. I said, today is the day. I said, excuse me. So I walk up on the hall. I said, I'm going to call her Amy. Excuse me, Amy. She going to turn around. What's up? Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. So I'm like, explain to me why there's nothing going on this hall and you would take the time out. You're supposed to be doing a med pass. Why would you take the time out to call my phone and ask me where I am? Because you need to be on the floor. I didn't know where you were. I said, okay, but I guess it's okay for the aides on second shift to be behind the nurse's station, which my mom's been a nurse for 30 years. I was always raised, aides are not supposed to be behind the nurse's station. And I've had 2 other old school DONs tell me when I brought that up to them, absolutely not. Aides should not be behind the nurse's station. So I'm not wrong. So I'm like, you sit there and watch them sit behind the nurse's station. They got lights going on off, up and down the hall while you're doing a med pass, and you won't stop and say anything to them, and they're supposed to be working, but you'll stop your med pass to call me. And by this time I said, so basically you're scared of your aides on second shift, but you find it okay to try to say something to me. Why is it okay for you to treat me like that, but you don't say anything to them? By this time she's walking off. So I done got loud. I said, if we gonna continue to work, because I'm with you 95% of the time, you gonna respect me as being your aide. Period. By this time she's walking off. Well, we done said our piece. I made sure I talked to the DON before I left and explained my claim. Kept my job because my immediate supervisor, who also does my schedule, I ran it by her too. And she let me know if it comes down to it, I'm going to be on her more than I am on you, because other people have had problems with her, but you're the first person that's brought it to me. So that was taken care of. But I found out that the next 2 days while I was off from work, she was talking to whoever would listen about that confrontation. Like, and it's like, here's my thing with LPNs. And I told my mom this because my mom's an LPN. I said, y'all be talking more mess than a little bit to aides, and I don't understand why. And she said, well, I'm not like that. I'll answer lights. You know, I'll help. I said, and you're a rarity. It's not a lot to do that. But I just said all that to say this. LPNs, we appreciate you, because a lot of the times in long-term facilities, there are more LPNs than there are RNs. RNs are usually in hospitals or doctor's offices and doing other things. We do appreciate you as LPNs. But what you all need to realize is that if they had as many RNs as they should in long-term care, you would get to feel what it feels like to have somebody talk to you like what you've accomplished is nothing. You would get to feel every bit of that. And how would you all feel if you went to school just like that RN and they wanted to talk to you like you haven't done anything? Now, CNAs only have to go to school for 2 weeks to a month, but still, everybody who goes to be a CNA may not have really been that good in high school, and it takes time and it takes efforts. So LPNs, we respect what y'all do, but please respect us as being your aides. Please don't belittle us. Please don't be preferential. Don't act like you scared of some and then try to throw your weight around with the ones that you feel like respect you. It's counterproductive. It's counterproductive, because if I wasn't prayed up and I wasn't a strong CNA, if I wasn't a strong person, I would have quit behind that. And those residents love me. So it's just a word of advice to LPNs. If you're going to get your LPN, cool. If you're a CNA and that's the track that you want to take, great. But keep in mind, when you get there, know which aides to throw your weight around with. Know which aides to throw your weight around with. Because if I was an LPN and if I was working with aides that wasn't doing their job, let me tell you something. I'd rather get on the floor and do my job and do theirs than deal with somebody acting like, you ain't gonna say nothing to me. You need me. I don't need you. Oh yeah, you think? Like, there's certain ones you need to be that way with, LPNs. So please do it. Don't do it with the ones that you feel like ain't gonna say nothing to you. Okay? Don't be nasty to aides that you see is doing their job. You got a personal feeling, keep it at home. Just do the job. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, guys, I had to get that off my chest. Long story short, I said I was going to do a video about how I dealt with her. I actually, being a good Christian, I am, decided to get her a gift card from Subway like 3 nights later. This is before I even heard that she was talking to everybody about it. Because sometimes you just have to be the bigger person. You just have to be the bigger person. And I was actually more proactive with her the next time I worked with her. I didn't do nothing about that LPN that I worked with through agency that put me with that messed up group. I didn't do nothing about her. You know, you can't win every battle. But with that other nurse that called me, I was able to do that. So, I mean, it's more people skills. Like I was able to put my pride aside to just work, and that worked for me. Positive ending. But anyway, y'all, I'm running out of time on this camera. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked what you heard. Leave me some ideas down in the comments section about what you would like me to do a video about, because I am running dry of ideas. Things come up and I don't know how to turn it into content. So give me some ideas so I can see what I can do, y'all. And let's talk and let's do some videos. But anyway, until next time, be blessed, be humble, be great. See you later.